We're at a relatively new road cut, 5 years old. You have schistose rock, chloritic schist, with some sandy chloritic volcanic tuff. And we have lots of oxidization, lots of sporadic sulfide veins under ½ centimeter. And you have little blebs of pyrite which have leached out. At the end over here, found a small little vein of solid chalcopyrite and pyrite. So we're going to take a chip sample or two off here, see what comes out of that. So it appears you got multiple stringers of sulfides, some chloritic schist, quartz sericite schist, and then you have solid veins like this of just pure sulfides which are deteriorating. Okay, so we got 3 samples from 3 portions of the vein, or 3 separate veins which combine into one. That's the first sample. Second sample, you got about an 80% mineral content in chloritic schists. And then your third sample is almost solid mineral, primarily pyrite and chalcopyrite as your primary sulfides. So you can see all the exposed bedrock here. And you can see they just did logging here about 2 years ago. And you can see all the oxidized rock. Which is going to about there. This whole exposure, which is 20 meters wide, is scattered with disseminated sulfides, and it's also got some nice sulfide veins. And I just found a really nice grab sample from the exposure, which we're going to grab, take, and send for an analysis. So you can see nice huge hunk of solid mineral. So you can see coarse grained pyrite. You also have coarse grained chalcopyrite with little bits of pyrrhotite in there. So really nice sample. This is a really high gold bearing, silver, copper, lead, zinc, really high values in this area. There's multiple past producing mines. Another grab sample here, a couple pieces similar to that last one. Another sample, but lesser amounts of mineral. We'll still bag and tag it. So you can see here, disseminated mineral all throughout this exposure here. This right here is quartz, a little bit of feldspar, disseminated pyrite and chalcopyrite all throughout. So this entire outcrop is basically the same. You got a bit of volcanic tuff in there. Right now what we're going to do is we're going to head up, and we found a quartz vein the other day we didn't have time to take a look at in too much detail. We're going to go take a look at that. So we're just on our way to that quartz vein. Just thought we'd stop by this and do a quick little show. We got a mine dump here and a flooded incline shaft, which is reportedly about 30 meters deep at a 55-degree incline. So you can see samples primarily consist of pyrite in the mine dump, but what they took out here was copper, silver, a bit of gold, and they took out talc as well. So not a whole lot remaining here, so we'll keep going. Okay, so my prospecting partner is over by the quartz vein, but I found another small one here, which looks like it's got little bits of chalcopyrite. So I'm gonna just see if I can remove a little piece here. Okay, so pulled off a couple pieces of quartz vein here. I think we got free mill gold in this. I checked under a jeweler's loop and it definitely looks like it. Okay, so we noticed this about a year and a half ago after they did some logging. You can see all of the quartz. We can't find a definite vein, but we know it was removed out of here. This is a trench that was dug by the logging company. I don't know why, but there is hordes and hordes of mineralization on all of these pieces of quartz here. So we're gonna hammer a few open and find a bunch of samples. Okay, so we hammered first couple of rocks open. There is loads of mineralization. Take a look at this. You've got chalcopyrite, sphalerite, and galena in there. So I think we may have found a new showing. All right, so a couple samples here. Super nice looking. Look at the mineral. Chalcopyrite, galena, and sphalerite. Awesome sample. We have another piece right here. Look at that. One thing I wanted to point out, you can see looks shiny there. Also, this looks mineralized from a little bit of a distance, but if you go closer, there's in fact little mineralization. This is actually all mica. So it seems that mica is between your host rock and your quartz, and your mineralization is in your quartz. You'll see copper staining, tons and tons of samples. Exposed mineralization there, all throughout these rocks. Pretty much every rock is the same. You have more exposed samples up there. Still haven't found a definite vein, but this would definitely be a good candidate for trenching. So we're gonna head out now. We'll be back tomorrow, so we'll post a new video on all the samples we pull out of here. Then we'll take a look at a shaft, which is just up the ways about 200 meters. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.